Tailed Beast Ball, before explaining, S-rank jutsu are extremely rare techniques that can be used even above Kage level. It is the ultimate technique of a tailed beast, which can even be used while a Jinchuriki is in a transformed state. Essentially, it is created with an 8:2 ratio of black chakra and negative white chakra. Once the chakra sphere is formed, it is fired from the beast's mouth. In another variation, the tailed beast swallows the chakra sphere and then fires it as a beam from its mouth, which is a much faster attack. These chakra spheres are incredibly dense. Despite floating in the air, their extreme weight causes the ground beneath the user to collapse. Despite their weight, they are incredibly fast and powerful. The level of destruction depends on the amount of chakra added, but a standard-sized one can easily vaporize mountains. Creation Rebirth. It is a jutsu invented by Tsunade after she decided to protect her comrades. By releasing a large amount of chakra simultaneously, the body's cell division is forcibly stimulated. Any tissue or organ damage in the body is healed regardless of severity. However, old wounds are not healed. The technique begins healing new damage from the moment it is activated. As long as Creation Rebirth remains active, the user cannot be killed. This technique is regarded as the pinnacle of medical ninjutsu. The Dead Demon Consuming. This seal is a technique developed by the Uzumaki clan. In this technique, the user summons a Shinigami. Its existence is so secret that even Orochimaru initially had no knowledge of this technique. After forming the hand seals, the Shinigami appears behind the user, and the user's soul separates from their body, hanging behind them. Then, the target's soul is pulled and sealed. Hiruzen used it to seal Orochimaru's arms, while Minato used it to seal the Nine Tails inside Naruto. However, Orochimaru later understood the technique and managed to summon the Shinigami again to reclaim his arms. The Eight Branches Technique. This technique Orochimaru's greatest and most powerful snake-related technique. The serpent created is much larger and stronger than Manda, who was known as the strongest snake. It was able to destroy the Uchiha shrine effortlessly with just its body and scales. While using this technique, Orochimaru can emerge from any of the serpent's mouths and can also attack using the Kusanagi blade. Flying Thunder God. It is a space-time ninjutsu created by Tobirama Senju. Before executing the technique, the user marks a target with a seal. This seal never disappears, does not wear out, and even remains on the target after their death. There is no limit to the number of seals that can be placed. The user can then teleport to the marked target instantly, regardless of distance or location. Additionally, through chakra connections, the user can teleport objects or other people to their desired location. Kirin. Kirin is an extremely powerful lightning technique created by Sasuke. The user draws lightning directly from the clouds to enhance their attack and controls it using their chakra. If there are no storm clouds in the sky, the user can generate them using fire release techniques. This technique was powerful enough to completely destroy a small mountain and Itachi's Susanoo. Once the technique is used, the storm clouds dissipate, making it a one-time use attack. Lightning Cutter, also known as Raikiri, is similar to Chidori. Although Kakashi's Lightning Cutter has more refinement compared to a standard Chidori, the fundamental execution remains the same, making the difference difficult to discern. This technique requires a high amount of chakra, and Kakashi later improved it over time. During the final war, Kakashi even incorporated a variation using Kamui. Living Corpse Reincarnation. It is a technique that allows Orochimaru to transfer his soul into another person's body. It is also known as the Eternal Youth and Immortality technique. The transfer occurs while the current host is still alive, allowing Orochimaru to continue existing as long as the host's body remains alive. This technique is performed once every 3 years. Orochimaru constantly sought strong bodies with special abilities, particularly desiring Sasuke's body, though he was never able to obtain it. Night Guy. It is the highest level forbidden taijutsu technique, which can only be performed after opening all 8 gates. Upon activation, Guy releases an enormous amount of blood vapor, and his chakra manifests as a burning dragon around his body. He then attacks the target by punching the air, generating incredibly powerful shockwaves. These shockwaves were so strong that even Madara Uchiha was terrified and acknowledged Guy's overwhelming strength. Ninja Art Creation Rebirth. It is a forbidden technique that can only be accessed by those who have mastered Creation Rebirth. However, unlike the previous technique, the healing ability is drastically enhanced, and the user no longer needs to form hand seals. Additionally, the markings on their body spread across their entire body. When Tsunade was impaled by 2 massive swords, she was able to fully heal within minutes. Furthermore, this technique can be transferred to another person through physical contact. One's own life reincarnation developed by Tsunaga-kurei's Puppet Brigade. This technique allows the user to transfer their life force to the target, consuming all of their chakra. It can be used on both living and deceased individuals. For living targets, it saves them from a fatal condition or heals them. When used on the dead, the user sacrifices their own soul in exchange for reviving the deceased. The painter mangaka, I just took a break to say don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Red Secret Technique, Performance of 100 Puppets. To initiate this technique, Sasori summons numerous puppets wearing red cloaks from a scroll on his back. Even elite puppet masters struggle to control more than 10 puppets at once, yet Sasori can command hundreds. Additionally, his puppets are coated with a deadly poison that causes an excruciating 3-day paralysis before ultimately killing the victim. Reverse 4 symbols. Sealing. It activates upon the user's death. A seal appears on their chest before death, and when triggered, a black sphere expands outward, sealing everything within its range into the user's corpse. Toby, upon witnessing this, immediately recognized the danger and fled. Sealing technique, Phantom Dragons, 9 consuming seals. This technique is used by Pain and the other Akatsuki members to forcibly seal a tailed beast. The chakra of a living Jinchuriki's tailed beast is extracted and sealed into the demonic statue of the outer path. Despite all Akatsuki members participating, the process still takes 3 full days. As the number of members decreases, the sealing time increases. Once the process is complete, the Jinchuriki dies, and the tailed beast is sealed within the statue. Spirit Transformation Technique. This highly versatile technique allows the user's spirit to leave their body. They can take control of a target, suppress their soul, and manipulate or kill them. It can also be used to relay information or transfer chakra. Dankeido stated that he had used this technique to kill many people throughout his life. The only way to counter it is by trapping the user in a barrier like the 4 violet flames formation. Summoning. Impure World Reincarnation, known as Edo Tensei. This technique revives a deceased person by summoning their soul back into a living host. It was created by Tobirama Senju and later improved by Orochimaru, with Kabuto nearly perfecting it. To perform the technique, a sample of the deceased's DNA is required. Kabuto mentioned that bloodstains or organs recovered after the target's death work, though he referred to this as grave robbing. Additionally, a living body is needed to serve as a vessel for the reincarnated soul. Super Mini-Tailed Beast Ball, Naruto condenses white and black chakra into a small sphere, functioning similarly to the tailed beast's technique. However, unlike them, Naruto can perform it effortlessly with a shadow clone. Despite its smaller size, it retains the devastating power of a full-size tailed beast ball. Tailed Beast Ball Rasenshuriken. Naruto combines the tailed beast ball with the Rasenshuriken, allowing it to be thrown as a wind release technique. This fusion enhances its destructive capabilities significantly. Wind release, Rasenshuriken. While Minato, Jiraiya, and Tobirama could use the Rasengan, Naruto is the only one who has combined it with wind release and made it throwable. Upon impact, countless microscopic wind blades attack the target on a cellular level. The technique was initially forbidden due to the severe damage it inflicted on the user's hand. However, since Naruto has Kurama sealed within him, his enhanced healing factor negates this drawback. White Secret Technique, the Chikamatsu collection of 10 puppets. Upon opening the summoning scroll, 10 puppets appear. These puppets are said to be equivalent in power to 1,000 normal puppets. This technique requires exceptional skill and mastery. The 10 puppets were originally created by the first puppet master, Manzamon Chikamatsu, and were later passed down to Chiyo. Sasori once stated that they were used to bring down an entire fortress.